Hello, good day everyone. Welcome to another Revival webinar series. Today we are talk about SWOT analysis for revenue managers that turning hotel data into clear pricing decisions. So I want to show you something uncomfortable about your revenue. So for the last week you have made 200 decisions. This rate, yes. This channel, open it. This segment, allow it. Each decision felt right at the time. But here's the problem, your market never agreed, and you only found out when the booking didn't happen. This isn't philosophy, right? This is what your actual booking just told you. So, looking at the SWOT, we got to know more about how actual booking comes in and how the guest is willing to pay. So let's look SWOT analysis. Okay, when you open the Rev Evolve here, day by day under which you can find SWOT analysis widget, and this is how SWOT analysis widget look like. In SWOT analysis, we have SWOT, strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat analysis. So looking at this widget, every single dot you can see here on this chart is one booking event in time, not a summary, not an average, but a real booking decision that happened in, like we can say, in your property, in your hotel, right? So when the first room is booked, here we can see at 0% when the first room is booked, the occupancy increases, right? When the second room is booked, occupancy increases again. But if a cancellation happens, occupancy drops. Then the next booking comes in and the occupancy increases again, right? So what this chart is doing a tracking occupancy progression with every booking moment, while simultaneously capturing the rate that booking happened at, which means we are no longer analyzing static daily numbers, we are analyzing the behavioral path of demand entering the hotel. So here we can see stay date, we can select accordingly. Then we have the occupancy, we can select the occupancy till 100%, and we can select the rate where we want to put a threshold, right? So here right now we have selected 60 rate and 40% occupancy, and we can see this two lines that is at $60 and at 40% occupancy. So on this chart, the x-axis is the rate the booking happened at, and on the y-axis, it is about the occupancy, right? Occupancy level at a moment in time. So every dot answers a very specific question. At this price, how much demand had already entered the hotel? This is the question, right? So now let's pause at a horizontal line, let's say at 40% occupancy. So this line is important because below this level demand is still forming, and above this level demand is starting to confirm. So when you see booking happen above this line, the market is essentially saying that yes, we are willing to buy at this price. Here we can see at, let's say, the first booking at 0.79%, which is the booking date would be 5/10/2025, and the rate is 117 for the 13th day of date, because we have selected from 10 to 16 over here, right? So we can see. So I'm thinking that let's see for today's date. Let's say today is 15. We'll see that. Now we can click on search, and this is the data point scattered graph for 15th of March. So here we can see we have all the segments, right? Brand discount, corporate negotiated, local negotiated, OTA retail, and many more, right? So we can see the brand discount over here. This is, I think, OTAs. This one is corporate negotiated. Likewise, so if we want to see only brand discount scatter plot, then we can click on the data point which is related to brand discount, and we can see this is how the occupancy increasing for today's stay date. So here we can see at 0% booking, the a room, the guest pay $109 rate for to stay today, and he or she booked on 14th of December 2025, right? And so this is we can see how the booking behavior happen below the line at higher rates or lower rates, or we are equal or not, like something interesting appears, right? So the hotel is pricing with confidence, but the market has not validated that confidence yet. So when we break this down into the segment wise, the picture gets even clearer. Because if we can't break into the market segment wise, then we can see all the confusion happens between like which data point tells about which information. So that's why the SWOT analysis by market segment is much more important for any revenue manager to take decisions, right? So some segments are earning their rates, like all these other segments are earning the rates, others are simply occupying the space on your pricing ladder, right? And then there are the segments that look harmless, low volume, low ADR, but quietly block better demand later. We can see so many other segments were there also that they were capturing the market, but later on, like when the stay date is nearly or come to the date, right? So understanding from this type of budgets, and this is where most hotels quietly loses their revenues, not because their price too low, but because they held high rates too early in the booking cycle. So look towards the right side of the chart. Here we can see when the rates were increasing, the occupancy is also increasing by rate, which we can see a good sign for any of the hotel properties, right? So we'll notice here several bookings happening at relatively strong rates, yet occupancy remains weak. So this are the moments where the hotel believed demand arise, but looking the window didn't cooperate much, because the occupancy we can see is a bit lower, but the price is going much on the good side, right? So it's simply tenant rooms remain unsold longer than they should, right? So this is what this chart is all telling about. Now, now here we can see market segment wise. Here we can say that strengths show us where rate and demand are working together. Weaknesses expose areas where pricing is blocking the demand, and the opportunity highlight the situation where demand is willing to pay, and the threats identify the scenarios where pricing strategy is misaligned with market behavior. So for each segment, we can see it shares of occupancy, its weightage, the contribution, it tells how many rooms it's actually generated and the area it's delivered. So what this reveals is something revenue teams often miss over here. We can see the market segment occupancy percentage, weightage occupancy percentage, rooms, and area. So some segment generate the large volume but pulls the average rate down. Others generate the fewer bookings but protect pricing power. Without this view, it's easy to assume all the demand contributes equally, right? It, we can see the market segment. That's how we can find out that which segment is goes down and which segment occupancy is picking up, right? But in reality, each segment sits at a different position on the pricing ladder. And that's what any revenue manager or any hotelier wants, that their hotel data is accelerating day by day. And also, they want to see how such market segment they were allowed in would helping them, or is the revenue losing scenario happens. Then, finally, when the revenue manager wants to understand the actual booking behavior, we can drill all the way down to the reservation level. Here we can see all the reservation details for this property was seeing here, like market segment wise. For brand discount, what were the booking dates, what were the rate codes, the companies, the guest names, confirmation number, arrival date, departure date, length of stay, LOS, room type, the channels, the source or the users, stay date, for which stay date the guest is coming in, the occupancy from 0 to, we can say, it goes up and up for all the segments. So here it is a segment wise, so we can see at 43%. I think brand discount, right? Brand discount is up to 43%. So this is a very good and very powerful and impactful view, we can say. Then we can see all the rates, the changing of rates happen for all the market segments. So that's how we can see the date wise market segment reservation activity happen. So all this is all this view, like this three views, three different tables together, is useful and it's very powerful. And the scatter chart here shows how the pricing behaved over the time, and the segment analysis explains who drove that behavior, like which segments drove the behavior, and the reservation details at the last rows what actually happened in the market, at what price the guests are coming in or willing to pay for the particular room. And at that point, revenue managers stop being reactive, and you are no longer guessing whether the pricing worked or not, and you are diagnosing exactly which decision helped you to make your hotel grow and your revenue grow, and not leaving money on the table, and which one slightly silently limited it. And that is the real purpose of this type of widget. Hope this widget helps, and not just to show data, but some insightful actions you can take using such widgets. But to reveal the story behind every pricing decision, the hotel is already made. So yeah, this is very powerful and impactful widget that every revenue manager should view or monitor every day and every morning report. So yeah, for more such widgets, please visit revivol.ai. I will put the link in the description. And also, if you want to see your hotel data into the Revivolve lens, we can set up your hotel data in 4 to 5 days and be the client of Revivolve. And if you have any doubt, please reach out to us. Feel free to reach out to us. Thank you. Have a nice day.